do you want to sort of set the stage for who all's in this match? And I mean, obviously we get the enormity of it's a stadium show and it's the second follow-up Cotton Bowl event, and there's nearly 40,000 people. But some of our listeners, I mean, I think everybody by now is at least familiar with the Von Erich legacy. But guys like Chris Adams and guys like Gino Hernandez, can you speak about their legacies a little bit, David?
Yeah, both of them phenomenal workers, young guys, very athletic, and they made the perfect team. You know, when Chris Adams turned heel, he immediately joined up with Gino, and when they would come to the ring, they would play bad to the bone, and so they were just flamboyant. I mean, they had the charisma, and the 1 year before when we did the Cotton Bowl, in that match, Kevin fought Chris Adams, and that's the match where Kevin left in an ambulance. Chris hit him with a chair, and I mean hit him with a chair. And, no kayfabe here. Kevin had said, lay it in, and he did. And there was a bar on the chair that ran across it, and it literally split the back of Kev's head. And so he ended up going, he had a concussion, and boy, set these guys on fire. So as we come back 1 year later, we got the feud with Kevin and Chris has continued, and now you throw in Gino Hernandez, and you also throw in, Kerry. And so great match. I had refereed these same guys over in Fort Worth. And that's when I took the bump and got my head twisted and caught in the ropes. And while I was doing that, the Gino and Chris had thrown powder in the Von Erich's face, and so they got the win. And so we were coming off of that into the stadium, and then the hair went up. They had been, Gino and Chris had cut about, you're going to see, about 5 or 6 of the guys' hair leading up to this match. So they had the heat. Also in this match, we introduced for the first time Lance Von Erich.
Oh, wow.
And so you're going to see Lance at ringside. This is the first time the fans got a chance to really see Lance. And this is where we actually involved him in the match.
Well, I'm excited. Tony, are you ready on your side? Do you have a special countdown for us today?
Yeah, I got a special countdown. I think it's the last countdown that we got from DJ Turnup. I'm not so sure. He'll let me know, I'm sure, but I do have a countdown. Before we go, I really smiled when David said, he said, lay it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you tell one of the guys to lay it in, they're going to lay it in.
Well, especially Kevin, because he dished a lot of it out. So
yeah.
When he gets a chance to repay that,
right?
He laid it in.
Right. So yeah, I got a countdown.
Let's do it. So
all right,
Tony will give us a countdown, and then we'll all press play together. Here we go.
Okay, here is DJ Turn Up.
DJ Turn Up. Which one of these girls are going to take your gimmick in their throat?
Oh,
well, Gene, let me say this. These two girls are very young, and yeah, but does he have a big dick? Yes, he does. He's got a big dick, and he gets really hard. Yes, I do, Gene. And I hold the dick like I hold this microphone right here with both hands. Girls, let me ask you once again, do you take it in the pooper shooter?
Oh, wait, hang on now. Whoa.
Oh, well, yes, we do. What? You really do? Yes.
This is not me. I don't know where it came from.
Tony Reed's rap.
It's supposed to be Bischoff.
Here we go.
Proud to see world-class championship wrestling at the Cotton Bowl on this beautiful day. And it's a beautiful day because just a month ago, this young man right here, Mike Von Erich, was lying critically ill in the hospital. Here you are back. It is certainly miraculous, and it's certainly great to have you with us.
Yeah, Bill, it's great to be back with all the fans and my family and everybody. I'm really grateful to be here. You know, if it weren't for everybody's prayers, just like I've said, and news conferences all over that I've done, it's great to be back, and thank you for all the prayers.
Fritz Von Erich, miracles can happen, and good people come through very tough times.
Bill, I just want to tell you that I feel like old Mike has actually been resurrected. He's back. Give him time. He surprised the doctors immensely already. They thought he'd be in the hospital for months.
Right.
Dr. Suchka was a little more optimistic than that, but here he is in less than, a little over 30 days since all this started. He's back out. The shoulder, we had the surgery on. We're rehabilitating that right now. You give Mike a few months, he'll be back just like he was before. But we thank God. We thank all of you people for your prayers, just like old Mike said. Without him, Mike wouldn't be here with us today, and there's no question about that in my mind or anybody else.
It is certainly a tremendous day, and I think it's a good chance here and time to welcome in Lance Von Erich, Waldo's son, and the cousin of Mike, and your nephew.
It's great to be in the Lone Star State. I'm going to be here for today and tomorrow, and I'm going to have some wrestling I've got to take care of in Europe, and I'll be back in the next few weeks to help out the family.
That's great. That's great.
Love it.
Well, I just want to say one thing. When Lance and Waldo, of course, heard about Mike and the rest of the family, they were right here. Lance right then went to counsel every day up north. You know, Lance has been around here working out with the boys in and out for some time. But Waldo, especially, and myself, thought Lance is ready to assume the Von Erich name. We told nobody who he was. Partner, he's now the new Northwest Heavyweight Champion. He's ready. What great timing. He's coming in just as old Mike's down. He'll be here in just a very few weeks to help us out.
Great. And Mike, we'll see you in action very soon.
As soon as possible.
Good. Mike Von Erich, right back with us here on World Class Championship Wrestling, and we'll be right back with more.
So, David, let me ask you about Lance, because I've heard before that maybe that didn't go as well as planned. Well, what can you tell us about Lance Von Erich and what was supposed to be and what wasn't supposed to be and all that jazz?
Well, I can tell you that here's one thing. This is D Magazine. It's a big magazine here in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And if you right up here, it says the fake Von Erich.
Oh, wow.
And in here, there's about 8-page story about Lance. And so I'm the one that found Lance. We made the decision in one of the booking meetings that, we had Dave's death and we had just brought the birds in and we had the perfect scenario. And Mike wasn't in a position to be able to step up. And so we needed a Von Erich. And Kevin was dead set against it. But, I was for it. Fritz was for it. We thought it would work out. I found Lance on a golf course. I'm watching him play golf. And my God, he was built and had the look. And, he was a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
And had a lot of records. And so I went up and he probably wondered about me because I kept staring at him all day. But finally I went up and told him who I was. And I said, man, I think I got a great opportunity for you. And I took him down and he met Fritz. And then we, it was hard because he was from, Dallas area. But we sent him up to Portland with Don Owens and he worked up there. Basically, it was a crash course because he stepped right into the main events. I mean, when he came back, he was literally, and then when Kerry got hurt, my God, a lot of times him and Kev were doing 2 shows. On Saturday night, we'd do our spot shows. We'd send Kevin to one, Lance the other. They both go on first, then crisscross to and then they would go on last at each show.
What a fascinating story. Tony, I don't remember hearing another story like that before we create this guy, we throw him in the main events. I mean, not to be funny, but it almost sounds like Zeus, right? Like we found this guy, we needed an opponent, we had an opponent, I don't know. It's just wild.